Slick bitch ass nigga. All you YB fans, you bitch ass nigga better block me today, nigga. This little bitch ass nigga on this whole paint with doing all type of shit. G Money been said he was out finna get on that Fredo shit, nigga. Stamp you niggas. Nah, for real.
NBA YoungBoy just lost it, no joke. The internet's in total chaos right now after some wild backstage footage dropped showing YB and his crew catching Dallas rapper Montana 700 slipping at YB's own show. It wasn't just tension in the air, it was pure mayhem. People were screaming, security was scrambling, and the crowd stood frozen. They couldn't believe what was unfolding right in front of them. YB wasn't there for any photo ops or fake smiles. He marched straight up to Montana, chest to chest, demanding answers for that slick trash talk from years back. You could see it in his eyes. He wasn't playing games. No hesitation, no fake vibes, just real pressure. This wasn't some random beef out of nowhere. This drama been brewing for a long time. Back in 2021, Montana 700 wasn't really making noise yet. He was just another rapper trying to stir things up by taking shots at bigger names. That internet clout chasing always comes back around. Once you talk reckless online, that energy doesn't fade. It sticks forever. So when those old clips of Montana mocking YB's look and style resurfaced, it couldn't have come at a worse time. YB's been locked in lately, focused, militant, and not in the mood for disrespect. Montana poked at the wrong giant, and now it looks like that old trash talk finally caught up to him. That one move might have just shattered his whole tough guy image for good. Let's rewind the clock for a sec. December 2021, YB drops Blackball, and the internet completely explodes. The track was straight fire, but the visuals, that's what had everyone losing their minds. YB showed up with painted nails and dark fits, moving different and showing off a creative side nobody ever expected. Some people respected it, saying he was fearless and artistic. Others started hating, calling it strange or not tough enough, but YB couldn't care less. He was breaking limits that most rappers are too scared to even touch. He made it clear he wasn't here to blend in. He was here to stand out, no matter who had something to say about it. Then, out of nowhere, Montana 700 tried to jump into the spotlight, chasing that online clout. He hopped on social media running his mouth, cracking jokes, and calling YB zesty, like he was up there doing stand-up. He really thought that was gonna make him go viral. But instead of people laughing with him, they looked at him sideways like, why are you clowning someone who's really lived that life? Everybody already knew YB had real history, serious past, real cases, and eyes from the whole industry watching his every move. So when Montana tried to play with his name, fans instantly knew that wasn't gonna slide. But here's where it really got wild. This wasn't just harmless trolling. Montana pushed it way too far. He wasn't just making fun of the music, he was questioning YB's manhood, his background, and even his street code. That crossed a serious line, and now he's paying for it. That's not entertainment, that's straight up violation. You don't talk wild like that about someone who built their name off respect and real pressure. YB's not the type you test for attention, and deep down, Montana knew that too. Let's be real. Back then, Montana 700 had zero buzz. No hits, no major collabs, not even a local wave. The only reason people even knew his name was because he threw shade at YB. That was his one moment in the spotlight, but disrespect always comes back around. YB's not one to just let words slide. He remembers everything. Fast forward to now, and that same reckless energy Montana threw online finally came full circle, right in his face, live and direct. When YB spotted him backstage, it wasn't about peace or fake smiles. It was pure tension from the jump. Witnesses said YB walked straight up, no talking, no warning, and before security could even react, things got physical. It was quick, loud, and 100% real. Montana left that room with a whole new understanding of what happens when you play with a man who built his entire name on loyalty and respect. What's crazy is Montana really thought those old clips were gone forever, like last year's drama just vanished into the internet void. He must have figured YB moved on, but fame has a sneaky way of dragging up old dirt. By 2024, Montana was finally starting to get a little shine in Dallas, doing small shows, getting a few shout-outs, nothing major. But right when he started catching a bit of light, boom, that same old video popped back up and flipped everything upside down. Talk about the worst timing ever. Just when Montana thought he was finally winning, the past came back and smacked him right in the face. And this time, YB was standing there to deliver the message himself. The second that old clip hit the internet again, everything blew up. Blogs, YouTube channels, and fan pages went absolutely wild with posts, clips, and wild theories. Fans started tagging both of them non-stop, flooding comments and timelines with debates. The memes popped off instantly. People were arguing over who was in the right, some saying Montana had it coming, others saying he should have just stayed quiet and minded his business. But one thing was clear as day. YB's name still carries serious weight, and disrespecting him never comes free. YB doesn't forget when you cross him. It doesn't fade away, it just waits in silence for the perfect moment to hit back. Montana really thought his old slick talk was buried for good, but YB keeps score like it's a habit, and when he cashes in, it's always personal. By 2025, YB wasn't the same artist he used to be. He'd leveled up, sharper, calmer, and fully in control. No stress, no distractions, just pure focus and power. So when that dusty old footage of Montana clowning him started spinning again, this time it wasn't about jokes. It was about pride, respect, and showing who really runs things. Montana once laughed while YB was going through his chaos. But now that YB's on top, the tables flipped hard. He's got the fame, the money, the loyal team, and that sharp memory to settle every old score. So when the chance finally came, YB didn't hesitate for a single second. He handled it like a man who'd been waiting years for that exact moment. And that's where everything took a wild turn. September 2nd, 2025, Dallas, Texas. What was supposed to be a night of music and good vibes turned into a full-blown showdown. The crowd came for hits and energy, but behind the stage, something way more intense was brewing. Montana wasn't even on the lineup. His boy Honcho Amir was the opening act. Montana just decided to tag along, thinking he could chill backstage, maybe clear the air, crack a few jokes, and laugh it off. But that turned out to be the biggest mistake of his life. Because that night, YB wasn't in a forgiving mood, he wasn't there for peace. Montana had no clue that the disrespect he threw out years ago was still alive, burning under the surface. That old clip of him clowning YB's look, it never died. It's been living rent-free in fans' minds, and most importantly, in YB's. So when Montana walked into that Dallas venue, he didn't realize he was stepping right into the middle of a storm that had been brewing for years. This wasn't just another concert, it was destiny catching up. Word spread fast through YB's circle. That's the dude who was talking reckless back then. The team was instantly alert, remembering every slick joke Montana cracked when YB was dealing with his darkest days. And one rule's been solid since day one: you never make YoungBoy look weak in front of the world. While Montana was backstage laughing, acting like everything was cool, YB was standing there silent, locked in, with that cold stare that says everything without a word. The whole room got tense, the air felt heavy, and when their eyes finally met, you could almost feel it in the air. Something was about to explode. YB doesn't do internet talk, he moves in silence, and when he shows up, his presence speaks louder than any post ever could. Once you cross him, there's no reset button, no second chances. He doesn't forgive, and he definitely doesn't forget. Everyone who ever laughed while he was down stays locked in his memory, and when that payback moment comes, he makes sure they feel every ounce of that same energy they threw his way. So when Montana 700's name started trending again, that wasn't luck, it was fate catching up. Those same jokes he once made for clout came spinning right back to haunt him. Only this time, the man he mocked wasn't under pressure anymore. YB had all the power. He was no longer the target. He was the storm, waiting to strike with perfect timing. And here's the twist that flipped everything upside down. Montana's boy, Honcho Amir, was actually the one booked to perform that night. It was supposed to be Honcho's big break. Bright lights, cameras flashing, fans screaming, everything lined up for his big moment. But once YB's camp caught word that Montana was tagging along, the vibe shifted instantly. That dream show turned into a pressure cooker, tension building everywhere, no way out. Even before the first beat dropped, you could feel it in the air. The whole backstage was tight, whispers flying, people side-eyeing, trying to figure out what was about to go down. Montana strutted in all smiles, thinking he was untouchable, shaking hands, posing for pics, soaking up attention. But what he didn't realize was that every move he made was being watched, closely, quietly, and with purpose. YB's crew had already reminded him about that old clip, the one where Montana was cracking jokes, throwing shade, and trying to act tough online. But YB didn't take the bait. He didn't post, didn't rant, didn't even react. He went silent and strategic. That's what makes him dangerous. He waits for the perfect moment to move. So when Montana walked through that backstage door, karma walked in right behind him. All that slick talk, all that fake confidence, it came crashing down like a tidal wave. And right there in the middle of it all stood NBA YoungBoy himself, calm, cool, and deadly serious. The same man Montana once tried to clown for views was now standing face to face with him, and this time, there were no screens or comments between them. Then it happened. No warning, no countdown, just straight chaos. YB stepped forward, and the entire backstage froze. It was like the air got sucked out of the room. No one spoke. No, let's talk it out. No fake handshakes, just real heavy tension. YB walked right up to Montana, locked eyes, and you could tell he'd been waiting for this exact moment. The silence was so thick you could feel every single heartbeat echoing through the space. Then YB did something wild. He started repeating every word Montana had said in that 2021 video. Every insult, every line, word for word, sharp, precise. Like he'd been holding it in for years, just waiting to throw it all right back in his face. Phones were out, people frozen in place, and all you could hear was YB's voice cutting through the tension, echoing through that backstage room like thunder. Montana tried to laugh it off, forcing a shaky grin and mumbling something about how it was old talk, claiming he was just chasing clout back then, but YB wasn't buying a single word of it. Not even close. You can't disrespect a man in public and then try to play it off like it was all jokes. The internet never forgets. The fans definitely didn't forget. And YB, he never forgets. Now the same man Montana mocked online was standing right in front of him. Same cold eyes, same heavy energy, zero fear. That's when the tension snapped and things shifted from awkward to straight up dangerous. YB's crew started closing in, slow and steady, forming a tight circle around Montana like wolves surrounding their target. Nobody said a word, just silence, thick with pressure. You could feel the danger in the air. Then it happened. In a split second. No talking, no warnings, no second chances, just raw, real action. The whole room exploded, people yelling, phones out recording, security trying to break through the chaos, pure madness everywhere. And then, smack! One single sound cut through all the noise and changed the whole vibe instantly. That hit wasn't random. It was clean, cold, and perfectly calculated. In this culture, a move like that speaks loud without saying a word. It's not just about pain, it's about pride and message. That slap didn't just sting, it spoke. It said, "You don't deserve a feature, you deserve a lesson." That moment was bigger than any diss track or online beef. It was about power, revenge, and respect, all unfolding right there in front of peers, cameras, and his own crew watching it go down live. Montana 700 got checked by the same man he once mocked for clout. What a full circle moment. Just hours earlier, he was talking loud in interviews, hyping up new music, acting like he was making power moves. Maybe he even thought he'd get a moment to clear the air, to make peace and move past it all. But after that slap, everything crumbled in seconds. His tough image shattered like broken glass. Gone, just like that. The look on his face said everything. Shock, regret, embarrassment, all of it hitting him at once. He stood there surrounded by YB's crew, his own people, and a whole crowd of witnesses watching it unfold in real time. That's when reality hit hard. It was over. All that online talk, that fake confidence, that clown energy, it was finished. He didn't just take an L, he became the lesson. That night, Montana 700 stopped being viewed as a rapper. He turned into a walking reminder, proof that in this game, disrespect never disappears. You can talk wild online, but one day, you might have to stand on it face to face. And this is where things got absolutely insane. The twist no one saw coming. Someone caught everything on camera, every single second. The silence before the chaos, the slap, the screams, the shock on everyone's faces, it was all recorded crystal clear. That clip was pure dynamite the second it existed, hotter than any track or headline dropping that week. Within just a few hours, that footage started circulating fast and landed right in the inbox of Say Cheese's owner, one of the boldest, most fearless names in hip-hop media. Everybody knows Say Cheese doesn't miss a single thing. They post every fight, every call-out, every scandal that shakes the whole game. So when that backstage clip hit their hands, fans were sure it was about to drop and break the entire internet. The buzz was insane. Blogs whispering, group chats going off, YouTubers already making thumbnails before the post even went live. It felt like the whole culture was holding its breath, waiting for that video to explode online. But then, boom, the biggest twist of all. Say Cheese refused to post it. Yeah, the same platform known for putting everything out decided to keep that one locked away. That move said more than any caption ever could. If they weren't willing to share it, that meant whatever went down back wasn't just wild, it was dangerous. Insiders started talking behind the scenes, saying the footage showed Montana getting checked hard. No fight back, no tough talk, just silence and straight humiliation. If that video had leaked, it would have destroyed whatever little credibility he had left in the industry. But here's the thing, Say Cheese didn't keep it private for clout or leverage. The owner made that call because he knew how serious that clip really was. This wasn't your average viral moment. This was nuclear. That footage had the power to light a fuse under the whole scene. One post like that could have turned Dallas into chaos overnight. Fans would have taken sides, artists would have jumped in, and the drama could have spilled way past social media. In today's rap game, one viral second can flip everything. And Say Cheese knew this clip wasn't just content, it was combustible. One single clip can spark threats, beefs, and real-life retaliation that go way beyond social media. Say Cheese saw that danger coming from miles away, and they weren't about to be the match that lit the blaze. Their silence was loud, and that silence made one thing clear. This wasn't entertainment anymore. It was too real for the internet. Think about that for a second. If a platform like Say Cheese, famous for posting every wild headline and messy hip-hop moment, decided to draw the line here, you know that footage had to be brutal. Word on the street was that it showed Montana getting completely shut down. No words, no fight, no comeback, just a cold, harsh reminder of exactly where he stood. That decision earned Say Cheese some serious respect across the entire culture. In a world where everyone's chasing clicks, views, and viral fame, they did something rare. They showed restraint, and that's real power right there. They proved that not every story deserves to be posted, especially when real lives and deep street ties are on the line. Because once something like that hits the internet, it doesn't stay digital. It spreads fast, gets twisted, and turns into real problems out in the streets. Sometimes keeping the peace means knowing when not to post, and that's exactly what Say Cheese did. They didn't just protect reputations that night, they kept the whole city from flipping upside down over one brutal clip that was never meant to see daylight. Even though the video never dropped, word still spread like wildfire. Whispers, rumors, and retellings flying everywhere. And just like that, a moment that never hit the timeline became the most talked about story in the game. Everybody in Dallas knew the story was real. Word was the clip was locked away tight, stored on a hard drive like buried treasure no one dared to touch. And trust, Montana knew it too. Imagine living with that kind of pressure, knowing your most humiliating moment could leak at any second. Every time his phone buzzed, every time his name trended online, that fear must have hit him all over again. Is this the day it drops? That kind of fear doesn't fade easy. It eats at you. Living like that'll drain your peace, your focus, everything. One click, one upload could destroy everything he tried to build back up. Montana couldn't chill, couldn't focus, couldn't even enjoy the small wins, because deep down, he knew that one wrong move, one leak, could end it all. That's a heavy lesson to learn from a few careless jokes that never should have been said in the first place. Even without that footage ever hitting the internet, the story spread nonstop. Rumors flew across Dallas, whispers turned into headlines, and blogs ran wild with titles like Backstage Beatdown, allegedly involving NBA YoungBoy. The comment section blew up instantly, fans arguing, debating whether it really happened or not. Some swore it was 100% real, others claimed it was cap. But before anyone could prove anything, YB made a move that flipped the internet upside down. No interviews, no diss track, no long posts, just one quiet action that said everything. YB hopped online and hit like on a post about the situation. Nothing else. No caption, no emojis, no hints, just that one subtle move, but that simple tap hit harder than any verse or beef ever could. That single sent shockwaves through social media. No words, no explanations, just silence that spoke louder than anything he could have said. It was YB's quiet way of saying, yeah, it happened. No words, no statement, just that one simple action that spoke louder than a full interview. That single tap turned into the message of the year, and the entire culture felt it. Montana definitely felt it too. That cold chill you get when you realize your past just came back to collect its debt. That's the thing about YB's power. He doesn't need to scream, rant, or go live for attention. He moves silent, strategic, every step carrying meaning. That one turned into a global headline within minutes. It wasn't for clout, it was about control. YB was sending a message without saying a word. I move when I want to. I see everything, and I never forget. That calm dominance shook hip-hop to its core. After that, nobody even needed to see the video anymore. That one subtle move told the whole story all by itself. Fans caught on instantly, dropping comments like, "If YB liked it, that's confirmation." The reaction was massive. Social media went wild. Timelines filled with theories and debates, everyone analyzing a single click. It proved something powerful, that silence can be stronger than shouting in a world full of constant noise. YB didn't hop on live, didn't drop a diss, didn't throw subliminals. He let silence do all the talking. And that's what made it so cold. It wasn't about being flashy or messy, it was pure boss energy. YB reminded everyone exactly who he is. Not an internet star chasing clicks, but a real one who moves with precision, power, and patience. That one single like wasn't just a tap on a screen. It was a statement, a warning, and a reminder that even in silence, YB controls the entire conversation. It wasn't just a reaction, it was a warning, and the message was crystal clear. Disrespect YB once, and you'll feel it forever. The whole culture caught that loud and clear because with YB, attention doesn't follow the drama follows him. Everyone in Dallas knew that clip was real, locked away somewhere safe, hidden like a secret too hot to ever touch. And Montana, he knew it too. Imagine waking up every single day wondering if your worst moment is about to go viral. Every phone buzz, every notification, every trending post with his name on it must have made his heart drop. Is this the day it leaks? That kind of pressure doesn't fade. It eats at you from the inside out. Living like that will destroy your peace fast, especially when your biggest mistake is only one upload away from ending your whole image. Montana couldn't sleep right, couldn't move freely, couldn't even enjoy small wins, because deep down, he knew one wrong step could bring it all crashing down. That's the price he paid for running his mouth years ago when silence would have saved him. Even though that footage never hit the internet, the whispers never died out. The streets stayed buzzing, rumors flying from city corners to blog pages, headlines started popping up, alleged backstage beatdown in Dallas, and group chats lit up instantly. Fans were arguing non-stop, some yelling, "It's real," while others swore it's cap. But before anyone could confirm a single detail, YB made his next move, and it was cold, quiet, and calculated. Just when the noise got the loudest, YB reminded everyone again why he's in a league of his own. He doesn't chase drama, he controls it. Smooth, silent, strategic, no rants, no interviews, no diss tracks, just one single action that shattered the internet. YB went online and hit like on one of the biggest posts about the entire situation. No caption, no emojis, no cryptic hints, just one tap that flipped social media completely upside down, and make no mistake, that wasn't an accident. That was a message. A silent shot straight from YB himself saying, "Yeah, it happened, and I meant every bit of it." That one spoke louder than 1,000 bars. Without saying a single word, he told Montana, the whole industry, and every fan watching, "Don't ever test me." That's YB's energy. He doesn't need to shout to be heard. Every move he makes hits like thunder. That one quiet click turned into the headline of the night. Not about flexing, but about control. It was his way of saying, "I see everything, I remember everything, and when I move, I don't miss." That kind of calm power shook the entire culture. Nobody even needed the video anymore, because that one simple action confirmed it all. Fans filled the comments instantly, saying things like, "If YB liked it, that's all the proof we need," and they weren't wrong. That's the type of presence that comes from being both respected and feared, and YB sits right at the top of that list. He didn't go live to talk wild, didn't throw subliminals, didn't drop a response track. He just let silence do all the talking. That's what makes him so dangerous. Calm confidence and boss-level control while others chase drama for clicks and views. YB doesn't chase chaos, he commands it. And here's the truth. This wasn't just some random backstage scuffle. Nah, this was a lesson. A reality check that shook the entire rap game to its core, reminding everyone that real power doesn't need noise, it only needs timing. What went down between NBA YoungBoy and Montana 700 wasn't about fame or ego. It was all about respect. In this culture, you might get clicks for being bold online, but the streets never forget. You can't joke on certain names and think it's all sweet, because with YB, nothing gets forgotten. He always circles back when the timing's right. Montana made the same mistake so many rappers make, thinking that dissing a bigger name would boost his clout. But instead of leveling up, he burned out fast. He chased attention and caught consequences. That whole move backfired on him heavy, like karma came full circle just waiting for its moment to hit. The message couldn't be clearer. Respect still matters. It doesn't matter how viral your post gets or how loud you talk. When you disrespect the wrong person, that energy always finds its way back to you. This whole situation was a reminder to the entire game that in today's world, words never die. Back in the day, you could talk slick behind closed doors and it would fade with time. But now, every clip, every post, every little diss lives online forever, just waiting to resurface when you least expect it. The internet keeps receipts for life, and when they come back around, they don't ask for permission to ruin you. For up-and-coming rappers watching this unfold, this was a flashing red warning sign. Think before you talk. That one little joke Montana dropped in 2021 probably felt harmless at the time, just another quick way to grab some likes. But that same clip turned into a ticking time bomb, and when it went off, it blew up everything he built, piece by piece. What started as a few reckless words turned into one of the biggest lessons the game's seen in years. Respect lasts longer than clout. The 700 chased so hard ended up being the very reason his name got dragged straight through the mud. That's the cold truth of it all. Fame moves fast, but payback moves faster. When you're at the top like YB, you call the shots. You choose how and when to respond. But when you're still climbing, still trying to get noticed, you don't get that kind of power. You're playing on somebody else's timing. And when you disrespect the wrong person, you don't get to schedule your consequences. They come, and that night they hit hard. Montana didn't just get confronted, he got humbled. Everything fake got stripped away in seconds. That moment showed everyone the difference between internet fame and real-world respect. Online, you can act tough, post memes, and talk wild. But face-to-face, that's when the truth finally steps out. And in that moment, Montana's truth hit him right between the eyes. Now his downfall stands as a warning to every artist chasing quick buzz and viral fame. One careless move can flip everything. One clip, one line, one joke you think means nothing can come back years later and wreck your whole career. Montana 700 learned that lesson the hard way. He thought that little video would boost his name, and it did, just not the way he imagined. And here's the wildest part. Even Say Cheese, one of the boldest no-filter platforms in hip-hop, refused to post that clip. And that right there says everything. This is the same outlet that posts fights, sneak disses, and wild beefs every single day. But when they saw that footage, even they backed off. That showed just how real, raw, and serious that situation really was. Montana wanted viral fame, but what he got instead was a lifetime reminder. Play with the wrong name and the internet won't be your biggest problem. They live off controversy, posting every fight, diss, and scandal that keeps the internet spinning. But when Say Cheese said no to that clip, the whole game froze. Everyone instantly knew it wasn't entertainment anymore. It was real, too real. Whatever went down that night wasn't for clicks or laughs. It was serious business that could have spilled way past music. That one moment sent shockwaves through the entire culture. Artists, fans, even industry insiders all felt the shift. It was a wake-up call about what respect really means. Because yeah, disrespect might get you trending for a day, but respect, that's what keeps your name solid for life. You can't build legacy off trolling or viral stunts. You build it through loyalty, consistency, and standing tall, even when no cameras are rolling. And that's where the difference between Montana 700 and NBA YoungBoy stands clear as day. YB never had to chase attention. Attention chases him. He earned his power the hard way, through struggle, pain, and pure perseverance. No desperate tweets, no begging for interviews or cheap spotlight moments. Just quiet dominance that speaks volumes every time he moves. Montana tried to play the internet game and lost big. He thought chasing views would build his name, but instead, it cost him the one thing you can't buy back: respect. That night, YB showed the world what real control looks like. Calm, patient, and dangerous. He proved that silence can shake a room louder than any diss track ever could. While Montana's name turned into a punchline, YB's name only got stronger. That whole situation became a reminder to every artist in the game: you can't outshine someone who built their own lane from the ground up. Real power doesn't need hype, it is the hype. For every rapper out there watching this story unfold, pay attention. One post, one careless joke, one old clip can flip your image overnight. The internet never forgets not a single second of it. That video you think is funny today could destroy your entire career tomorrow. Every word you drop online becomes part of your legacy, and if you move reckless, that legacy might bury you before you even blow up. This wasn't just another viral headline. This was a warning shot to the entire culture. Fame fades fast, but respect, that's forever. You can delete posts, you can clear timelines, but you can't erase what the streets remember. The internet moves quick, but the real ones never forget who stayed solid and who folded when the pressure hit. So if you're in this game, move smart. Protect your name, your word, and your image. Because in this industry, one wrong move can echo for years. YB's silence became a statement of strength, while Montana's mistake turned into a message the whole game had to hear. It was a hard reminder that clout can't buy credibility and respect can't be faked. At the end of the day, this story isn't just about drama, it's about survival in the rap world. Every headline, every rumor, every clip can make or break your future. So stay sharp, stay solid, and never forget, your words live forever, and your actions write your legacy. And remember, the next headline could drop any second, and you already know Hood Secret will be right there to bring it to you first. If you felt this story, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts.